21 million views. So
21 million
yeah,
views.
maybe about 20,000 off of that video. In commissions, I brought home 35,000. And then, yeah, what I made on top of that, probably about 42, 43.
Just for messing around on your phone, not knowing what you were doing.
I've done over $400,000 in GMV on lives.
Welcome back to third episode of Shop House, guys. We are getting into it with Garrett today. Garrett, you got a viral video going on right now.
Yeah, I got a few of them.
Tell us about your viral video. Tell us about the money you've been making on TikTok Shop. I mean, it's a speaker.
Yeah, so yeah, the speaker one, it's kind of towards the tail end of its virality. It did 21 million views. So
21 million
views.
Yeah,
maybe about 20,000 off of that video.
That's insane.
Yeah, that one just wrapped up, and now we're on to our next batch of viral videos. So it's crazy.
How long does it take you to make these videos?
Typically 5 minutes or less.
To edit as well?
Yeah, depending on the video, like I try to spend no more than 10 minutes on a video, unless it's a special video that I'm doing something extra for.
Right. What, made you think TikTok Shop out of all things?
Nothing made me really think it. I was sitting at work and I got a notification on my phone that said, "You're eligible to join TikTok Shop." I'm not a social media person.
And I
didn't even know what it meant.
Did you know that you were going to make this much money from it?
I didn't know anything.
You didn't even know it was possible.
I didn't even know what TikTok Shop was. I didn't know people got commission.
Okay, let's go back. Where are you from originally?
Okay, so I'm from West Virginia.
Okay, and you're living in West Virginia?
No, I live in Dallas now.
You live in Dallas. Nobody around you is doing TikTok Shop?
No one in my life does social media, period.
Right. And you start doing TikTok Shop.
Mm-hmm.
What does that first, shoppable video look like?
First shop, okay, so like I said, I was at work, got that notification that night. I went home, and it's funny. The first thing I looked into it briefly. I was like, I don't know what this is. I literally downloaded someone else's shop video and posted it and got a 6-point violation on my first ever video instantly. I didn't know what it was. Didn't know what you could and couldn't do. I was like, oh, I can make easy money off this. It was wrong. Like, I don't do that. Don't do that.
You downloaded somebody else's video and reposted and put the link.
That was my first video. But then it's instantly got a violation because, of course,
the AI caught on.
You Snaptick or whatever it is to download it and did that. And then I got those. One of the first viral products I ever seen, the scent season, the car fresheners, the little bottles.
Really?
Those little bottles. I went out to my car, and I made the worst video probably that you can make. I just by now you guys all know what this is, and I was like, if you're tired of the traditional car fresheners, this one lasts a lot longer.
So those barely you commission, don't they?
Yeah, they gave 75 cents commission. But the next day, I didn't think anything. I posted it. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't even know how to check commissions and all that stuff. The next day, I was at work and I pulled it up and I'd made $20.
And you knew it was possible?
Yeah, at that point I was like, oh, what is this? I was like, $20. I was like, if I do that, I can make $400 a month. I could pay my truck payment.
What were you doing at the time?
I was an account manager for Shutterfly. Yeah.
So you were doing the office work day to day?
Yeah, I was responsible for managing anywhere from 200 to 1,000 employees.
At what point do you realize I'm going to go full time with this?
It took me probably about a month to 2 months because for the first month I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really post very often, and then I came across Nick Fowler. He was doing a live for another community, kind of talking about it. I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Let me click the link. Let me find out what this is." I joined. I paid the thing, and that same day, crazy now thinking about it. I knew it was crazy then. They were offering a VIP channel within that to get exclusive help with just 10 other people.
Oh wow, yeah.
But it was $2,500.
Oh my goodness, high ticket.
Yeah, and I said whatever, let's do it.
Were you thinking I'm gonna go full time with this? I'm gonna pay this?
No, I was thinking I want extra income, and I want to supplement what I'm making. I had no idea what was possible.
And it paid off though, obviously.
No idea what was possible. Yeah, it's paid off. Well,
right.
way more than I ever thought it could. Way more than I ever thought it could.
On average, how much you pulling from TikTok?
I'd say a lower month typically for me is going to be about 10,000 a month in a lower month.
That's insane, Garrett.
Yeah, I've had lowered. I'm not saying I haven't, but I've had.
But you're making at your lowest what somebody would go to college for 4 to 6 years to make.
Yeah. So the job I left, I would pull home about $90,000 a year. And
On your lowest month, you're making more than that.
yeah,
And how much were you working at the time?
I was working anywhere between 40 to 70 hours a week.
And now you make 5-minute videos.
Yeah, now
And
I
that's your
make fi-
lowest. So
now
you
I
said
make
your
five.
lowest, what's your highest month that you'd pull?
In commissions, I brought home 35,000, and then what I made on top of that, probably about 42, 43.
Just for messing around on your phone, not knowing what you were doing.
All from my phone. I don't do nothing fancy. I use the front camera.
Wow.
Everything is simple.
So how do you learn, like, did you learn everything from that, or how did you develop yourself into the content creator that you are today?
Yeah, I give a lot of credit to that course that community I was in. I got a lot of help from someone in there that really helped me kind of figure out. And Nick was also someone that helped me out too, like, because he was within there. He gave me some help, and then it was just a matter of like not giving up, because I didn't make money for the first like month and a half. Like I had my first video ever, the one I said was bad, actually ended up doing 1 million views. But after that, like nothing for like a month and a half.
Was this after you joined the $2,500?
Mm-hmm. Like I posted that, like, because I posted that before I joined that course, and then like a few weeks to a month went by, and I joined that community, that course, and that's when I really.
So in between the time, you didn't upload anything?
I uploaded some here and there, nothing crazy, like maybe a few videos if I had to guess, and then like a month went by. And
how did you get comfortable talking on camera?
I've always been like, I'm not saying I wasn't good at talking on camera, like I wasn't like making the best content, but like talking on camera, I think I started ahead of where most people do. I think it's just something that kind of came a little bit more natural to me. Then it was just a matter of refining it and finding out how to talk on camera, just normal, versus how to talk on camera when you're trying to sell people stuff.
Wow, that's insane. And tell us about what's going on right now with you, because do you feel like you're at your peak right now that you've ever been on TikTok?
I feel like I'm on a roll right now, and I feel like, and I was actually just telling Bryce and some of the guys, I was like, I feel like, because I've been doing this for over a year now, year and a half, but I was like, I really feel like I've just now got to the point. I don't want to say master, because I don't think you ever truly master something. You can always get better.
Right.
But I think I'm at a place where I truly understand like what goes into a great video, and I can do that.
So break it down. From you starting off on TikTok to you mastering the platform, what do you do now to have the perfect video?
So I've kind of coined it the bullet point method. I like to do my videos in like 2 to 5 second clips. Like each part of my video is clipped out from 2 to 5 seconds. I'm not ever rambling, and I focus on products that I can show you.
That is so smart.
That I can demonstrate.
That is so smart. I know you were never in the social media space,
Mm-hmm.
but Logan Paul, Jake Paul, they got big because of those quick clips that they put into a YouTube video. It helps with retention.
Yeah, I'm very big on that, because I think a lot of people on TikTok now have brain rot. Yeah, I think TikTok has kind of ruined people's attention span, and you got to play to that. You got to play to that. Like everything I do, I'm catching your attention here.
You have movement.
Yeah, we're cutting. I'm going to the next thing. I'm catching your attention here. I'm cutting. Going to the next thing. You'll very rarely find me have a clip longer than 5 seconds in my shop videos.
Okay.
Very rarely.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then I just, like I said, I showcase. I take products that I can show you what they do. That's what I can sell. I can't do supplements. I can't do clothes, because I can talk until my face turns blue. But if I can't show you, I'm not going to be able to.
TikTok's a very visual app. Mm-hmm. It's an entertainment app.
Yeah.
And I think that those are the best. Makeup does well because it's visual.
Yep.
Food does well because it's visual. But yeah, I think you're spot on with your knowledge. That's insane. How long do you typically make these videos?
Typically, I'm going to try to say under a minute, 45 seconds to a minute. My 21 million view video, 29 seconds. 29-second video, quick, to the point.
Break down the 21 million viewed video. What did you do in it? How'd you get the idea?
Okay, so it was speakers that magnet together. They split in half. So I split the speaker in half. Have you ever seen speakers that do this? I split it in half. That's a visual hook, because people haven't seen that.
So you're not starting with like, do you guys need a speaker for the summer?
No, I'm not doing that, because that screams ad. That screams, oh, I'm being sold to. Let me just show you what's special about the product. Let me show you what's going to sell you on the product right away. I've changed to my hooks are typically product related now. I used to just do controversial hooks that weren't even necessarily related to the product. Now I try to keep the hook product
helps
related.
The conversions better.
Helps the conversions. Helps it a lot. And then I do something that's going to make people want to comment. So the next thing I say is they split in half so you can have surround sound. Well, 2 speakers don't make surround sound. That's stereo sound. So the The nerds on that stuff are going to call me out. That's not surround sound. Then I show what I call the subwoofers. They're not subwoofers. I say the subwoofers on this make the bass incredible. I said bass, not
Yeah,
bass.
I heard that.
Yeah, so that video probably has 7,000 comments like that. 90% of them are about me saying bass. And then the rest of the video is just me showcasing how good the product is.
And then what's your call to action look like?
I keep it simple. I don't overthink it. If you made it to the end of my video, you're interested. So I'll be like, they are running a sale on this right now, so if you want to get it, I'll throw that link right down here. I don't overthink my call to action. If you made it that far in my video, I assume you're interested.
Right.
So I don't overthink it.
Do you ever think about the audience that you're selling to, or how do you pick products? Like, do you just find something that you can display, and are you're interested in them yourself, or they go by a certain niche?
Of course, I think you should always go with something you're interested in, but my main thing is, can I showcase?
Is this going to be viral?
Product? Yeah, that and
entertaining.
Like does that have something I can show on camera? Like, can I demonstrate that product? That's what I do best. That's what I know best. So if I can demonstrate, like right now, in the last 5 days, I have 4 videos that have gone over 1 million views, and it's with a watermelon fork slicer. I can show you how good it works with a watermelon.
Do you feel like views attribute to sales?
Yes and no. If you get the views for the wrong reason, no. If you get the views because you're demonstrating a product well, yes. But if I go viral because I said something crazy at the beginning of my video that has nothing to do with my product, you'll get 2 million views and less than 5 sales. It happens.
Right.
I've had it happen. Most people at this point have had that happen. So if you get the views for the right reason, yes. And on the flip, you can get less views and more sales if you're just talking about the product. At the end of the day, I know everyone says not to be too salesy, and that's true, but at the end of the day, you're trying to sell something. You have to be salesy to some extent.
Right. And then how do you find your products? Like, are you using tools? Or are you just scrolling on TikTok?
I'm big on scrolling the For You page. Like, I research by scrolling my For You page and my collab invites. I scroll through my collab invites. I do that for an hour to...
Really? Your collab invites?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah. I do it for my collab invites and from my For You page. My logic is, if it's on my For You page, it's probably got potential to sell.
Right.
Because I've curated my For You page for shop. I watch...
How do you curate that? You just watch the videos?
Yeah. Every video that I see on shop that's good, I'll watch the whole thing.
And then do you have a separate account for entertainment, or do you just not go on TikTok?
I don't really care for TikTok on entertainment. Like, the stuff that pops up in between me doing, the shop stuff, cool. But I don't really use it for entertainment. I use it for...
But you kind of get entertained by those shop videos.
Yeah, it's fascinating to me. This is a whole new world. I never did social media. Like, me starting social media was when I started TikTok Shop.
And then explain how the whole social army thing came to be.
Yeah, so I knew Bryce from another community that we were in together, and I outgrew that community we were in because I got to a certain level where I needed more. I needed to be able to connect with more people like me. And at the time, that community didn't offer that. There's nothing, but that community got me to where I was, so nothing to say bad there. But then I connected with Bryce. They had more opportunities for me. I could help out as well as connect with all these people. So I connected with Bryce. We had calls, talked to Stan, all of them, and got involved. And
what do you do over at Social Army now?
Yeah, so I'm one of the instructors over there. So I host classes, AMAs, video reviews, answer a bunch of people's questions. Then I also kind of run the mastermind over there, which is where we have a lot of the top-end affiliates. So,
right.
Because there's not many places you can go to talk to people if you are a top-end affiliate to really connect with a lot of other people in your position. Like, I would love to sit there and be able to just talk to anyone about my experience with shop, but the reality is I can't. Like, because I may complain because I only made $200 today, but if I'm complaining to that person or like someone that's...
They understand.
Yeah, if I'm complaining to someone that's at my level, they're like, oh, I get it, like that's frustrating. But if I'm talking to someone that's not even made $200 total, they're going to...
Right, or...
Yeah, like then... And I understand that. Like, so just having the people you can do that. And I attribute... Because I went through like a lull where I wasn't doing as good. I attribute like being able to connect with all those people to bouncing back and getting to, like we talked about earlier, to where I've kind of perfected, because I studied a lot of people. I studied these people. Like, they're in that position for a reason. And I think that you're the average of the people you surround yourself around. So the more that you can surround yourself around people that are doing what you want to do and at the level you want, then the odds that you get there is
I think it's crazy. I mean, the people that we have in Social Army is like Matt, which has done 15 million sales total.
16.
16 now.
16.
That's
Man's
insane.
killing it. And I have lunch with him every week, and I think that's one of the greatest things I can
That's
do.
insane.
Like that, just being able to pick someone's brain like that.
So the
It's
number
super
one thing
valuable.
that you would tell people to have success on TikTok Shop is networking, creating, talking with other creators.
I think so. Once you get your bearings, like there's things you got to learn beforehand.
Right.
But once you get to a place where you kind of got your bearings, if you're not networking, I think you're holding yourself back. I'm not saying you can't make it by yourself. People do, but one, I think it's just fun to have people like I'm here talking to you right now. I
Right,
think this is
yeah.
fun. Like if I did this by myself, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
But then I think that you can grow exponentially faster.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. What do you do on TikTok Shop and how do you make money from it?
Yeah, I post short form content with a link at the bottom. People buy from it. I make money, and then I dabble in lives too.
Oh, you dabble in lives.
I'm one of the few people I know that kind of has had pretty good success with both. I've done over $400,000 in GMV on lives,
On lives?
and I don't do lives very often. Like I'll go months without doing it, but then I can hop on, and
What's the secret to doing lives?
I think it's just really getting like a 2 to 3 minute script and just being on lives. You really had to be knowledgeable about your product,
Right.
Because you can't delete a clip and re-edit it and reshoot it. You have
But
to
you
know.
can't stray away from talking about the product, right?
No, you got
You
it.
can't be like entertaining a little bit.
I respect people that do lives because I hate them. You got to sit there and ramble on and yap and yap and yap, and that's it. It sounds like easy. Oh, I'll just go yap for 2 hours, 3 hours. No, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like it's a mental test to go live for 2+ hours. Like
Right, because this is not like live streaming on Twitch where you're playing a video game or you're doing a challenge, you're hanging out with your friends. This is live social shopping, just selling.
And you're saying the same thing over and over again. If you're like me, where I like to keep my brain working, and saying the same thing over and over again is not my brain working.
Right.
I go into like cruise control, and I'm just like my brain's not working, and that drives me crazy.
What is your biggest product that you've been able to sell on live?
A cat litter. I started like the
Litter box?
Yeah, a cat litter. Like if you've ever seen cat litters on lives, I started that trend back in June last year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I did. I know I had one live where I made like $3,000 commission.
And how long were you on there for?
Probably like 4 or 5 hours.
That's crazy.
And then I think that month I did like $20,000 commission, something like that.
Off lives.
Yeah.
What made you think a cat litter box?
Honestly, a brand paid me to do it. A brand paid me to do it. I didn't think it was going to work. I was like, let me get this quick $200 and call it a day. Then I think the first live I made like $500 in an hour. I was like,
oh my gosh.
just keep doing it. And then they were paying me $1,000 a week for like 10 hours. So I was like,
Do your coworkers see what you're doing now?
they saw it pretty quickly after I started it. I haven't talked to much of them since, but they saw it pretty quickly. They were all super supportive, like actually
That's good.
super supportive. Like, but my situation was different. My coworkers were my client. I didn't work like there was no one else in my company there.
Right,
they were
right.
my
Gotcha,
client. I worked
gotcha.
at my client. They were all super supportive, and I go over and talk to them every now and then. I still play golf with them sometimes. I try to play golf anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
And yeah, they're super supportive, and yeah.
I love that. I love that. What is your number one tip for somebody who is just starting on TikTok affiliate?
You need to learn. Like you need to take the time to learn. You're not just going to post and like I see so many people that just start posting and they're like, why am I not getting sales? And they're making like, hey, you should buy this product. It's on sale right now. That's the extent of their video. No, you need to learn what a hook is. You need to learn, what a call to action is. You need to learn what style of videos work for you. You need to find people that you relate to and study them. Like I'm not going to go study a stay-at-home mom's content. I'm going to go find someone that I'm like, oh, I resonate with that person. Let me see what I can do to be like them. And I still do that even at the level I'm at now.
Wow. Yeah, I love that. Okay. What is your biggest mistake that you made when starting out?
What I just said, not learning. Like
Yeah.
I didn't take the time to learn. I just started posting. I didn't, like I told you, I downloaded my first video. I downloaded someone's
Right.
video and posted. I didn't
Yeah.
take any time to
That's
learn.
crazy.
I didn't take any time to learn what shop was.
Right.
Not any time
I feel like
at all.
And I feel like so many people, they just want to do it and they like you tell them, do research and they won't do it.
Yeah.
They will not do research.
Yeah, no,
How did
people-
you finally get yourself to like, I'm just gonna
I paid
by paying the money.
$2,500. I paid $2,500. Once I did that, I was like, I have to do it. I had
That's
to do it.
crazy.
And then just to follow, my second biggest mistake was I didn't post enough. Even when I started taking it seriously, because back then it was like, oh, post 1 to 3 times a day. I wish I could go back and tell myself then,
Mm.
no, let's post 3 to 10 times a day,
How much do you post now?
5 to 10 times a day, 5 to 10
Wow.
times a day.
Do you space them out or do you just post them all at once?
I'll try to at least put like 20 minutes, 30 minutes in between them, or an hour, but I don't really care.
Wow.
I don't really care. I'll just post them.
Do you feel like you can overpost on TikTok?
You can, but I don't think most people will. Like, unless you're posting like 20 plus times a day, and even I know people post 30 times a day, and
Right.
Matt posts 30,
Right,
40 times
yeah.
a day. But I'm not saying everyone should do that. I don't think you should sacrifice quality for quantity. Find where you can find that good balance. I think if anyone's posting 5 to 8 times a day, you're posting plenty. If you get really good at doing that and you want to up it to 10, sure. But don't go from 5 to 15. Go from 5 to 7 and 7 to 10, things like that.
Love it. Yeah. If your account got banned today, what would you do starting the new one?
So I would do 2 things. I would grow an account with TikTok Ads Manager. I would use that to grow an account to 5K so I could get in the next day.
Sure.
But then I would start on an organic account as well, on the side, just so that way I have it as well. But I always have 2 accounts, so that way, if one account does get banned, I have that backup one ready.
How many accounts do you have now?
2. I have 2.
Why do you choose to only have 2?
I had more, but I gave another one to someone else. So, and I probably will get another one at some point. But I'm bad at posting on more than one account. Like, I don't know why. It's just like that's something that I got to grow on. Even my second account, I post on a few times. Like, I post 3 to 5 days a week on that, not every day. I need to get better at that.
Right.
So,
Have you ever thought about like hiring a team, filmer, editor?
I've actually not about filming and editing, but I have talked about like maybe hiring someone just like to take care of like everything else in my life.
Right, like a personal assistant.
Yeah, personal assistant. Everything else in my life, so I can solely
Focus on the videos.
on this.
Super smart. I think that's a great idea. I think you should. What do you wish you knew before you posted that first video?
What was actually possible? Like, what was actually possible with this? Because I didn't know people were making money. I did not know that people were bringing home life-changing money. If I knew that before I posted it, I'd be so much further than where I am now, because I would have taken it that much more serious from day one.
What would you tell the people now who are just like not taking it serious now?
I mean, if you really want to change your life, if you really want to get out of, because my whole thing once I really found out was get out of the 9-to-5 job. The thought of going back to a 9-to-5 job makes me sick. So if you want to get out of that, take it serious. Really study. I tell people studying is the most important part. It's more important to me than making the content, posting it, all that, because you got to learn.
Right.
You got to learn. I don't care if you're posting 5 times a day if you don't know what you're doing. So once you learn and start implementing that stuff, I think that's the most important thing. And so if you want to get out of whatever situation you're in, if you want to pay your car payment, you want to pay your rent, you want to get out of your job, take the time to learn.
What is one myth about TikTok Shop that you disagree on?
That's a good question. One myth. I think that people saying that products can get oversaturated is one, and just oversaturation in general.
Really?
Oversaturation in general. Like just TikTok Shop being oversaturated with affiliates, all that. I think it's a myth. Yes, there's a lot, but TikTok Shop has got to a space where it used to be you could just post whatever and kind of have it take off. My first video was terrible, it went viral.
Yeah.
That same video would do 100 views right now. So now I think if you could take advantage of the fact that TikTok Shop really values skill and just perfect your craft and I'm having my best months now when people were saying it's harder than ever.
Yeah.
I'm having my best months now.
Right.
So I think that oversaturation isn't a thing on a product. I don't think it's a thing with affiliates, none of that. People try to say it is. People swear by it. They swear that's why they're not having good months because there's too many affiliates. No, it's because you're not taking time to perfect your craft.
Love that. Love that. On TikTok Shop, who's selling more, the old lady in middle of America or the young 21-year-old living in LA?
I think the old lady.
Why?
The old lady. They just, people trust them. People trust them more than young people. It's just
Right.
people trust the old lady. Like, the old lady's your grandma's not going to lie to you. You know what I
Right.
mean? But that young person, they just want to get a buck.
Right.
That's even though both people just want to get the money. the old lady's not gonna lie to you.
What do you have to say to those old ladies out there right now that want to make money on TikTok Shop?
Get to posting. Find the other older ladies doing this. There's a lot of killers doing it. Older ladies doing it.
Especially in Social Army.
Mhm.
I feel like that's one thing is
We have one of the
there's
biggest.
all ages.
Yeah, Boise Brook is one of the biggest TikTok shop
And how old is
affiliates.
she?
I don't know her exact age, but I know I think she at least is over 50.
That's amazing.
Boise, if you're not,
That's
I
amazing.
apologize.
All right. All right. What was the next one that we had? Oh, yeah.
CEO for the day.
If you were the CEO of TikTok Shop for the day, what would you do?
I would push my account. Like I would just like that button for my account. I would just push it.
Right. All right.
I could give
What's
a
the
real
next
answer.
one? I love that. I love
The
that.
biggest ick.
What is the biggest thing that pisses you off about new creators that they do?
The new creators, they hop in on those trends, whether it's follow trains, whether it's engage from the bottom up, posting the videos like, oh yeah, engage from the bottom up. Like you're not doing. That's not how you're going to grow your account. That's not how you're going to get in the TikTok shop. Like if you're starting off doing that, you're probably not going to put in the work when you actually get into shop. I think that if you're not actually trying to get in it the right way at the beginning, that when you do get in, you're not going to work hard like you need to.
Love that. I think that's good. I think that's a wrap. Garrett, future of TikTok Shop. What do you have to leave the people with today?
Future TikTok shop. I mean, I think this is only the beginning. I know a lot of people say it's too late to get into this. That's just not true. I know people are still getting into it, crushing it. I've had new accounts crushing it. So don't tell yourself it's too late.
And then what are your plans for the future?
I'm gonna keep going on TikTok shop, and then I think that this is just, like I said, just the beginning of social commerce in general. So it's Instagram, it's YouTube, it's all of that stuff. I got a lot more learning to do.
Amazing. Let's get to it. I'm excited to see where you go in the future.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Garrett, for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.